Welcome back to Morning Break. Now, if you've been watching Colo 8 News for a long time, you probably recognize this woman here to my left. Sarah Johns is a former evening news anchor here, but she is now the CEO of NCET. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Does it feel
a
little weird? Oh, I have a fan. Thanks, guys. How does it feel being back?
It feels great. You know, this is home. I was here, quite a while. So, and I love seeing the new faces and the great work that you guys are doing. So thanks for having me back. I really appreciate it.
And thank you so much for what you're doing, because you've now taken your love of small business, which you really had because your parents are small business owners. You were highlighting those business stories as a news anchor, and now you're doing that as the CEO of NCET. So can you tell us what that is and kind of what your job all entails?
Sure. So NCET stands for Nevada Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology. We are Northern Nevada's largest networking and organizational group. We have a membership of 500. We have an email list of 7,000. We send out quite a few emails highlighting not only the members in our community, and if you take a look at our Facebook, we have Membership Monday where we highlight our members every Monday, but we also have educational programs. We put on 36 events a year, and then in addition to that, we have 2 major fundraisers. One of them we just had. You guys were so gracious and highlighted it, our NCET Small Business Expo. It was at the convention center. Great turnout, and I've been calling our exhibitors asking them, hey, was this worth it for you? Because this was our 16th year doing it, and one of our exhibitors told me that she made key contacts every 30 minutes. She got a hot lead for a potential partner moving down, and then another exhibitor told me, oh my gosh, it was well worth the money. I have one-on-one meetings with people this week because of her being an exhibitor at the NCET Expo.
That's amazing, and we all know that post-pandemic, it has been really hard on small businesses and stuff, and so it takes a village, and that is kind of what you are providing. You are giving these business owners the village that they need to succeed.
Absolutely, yes. And it has been it's been really hard on our small businesses. September, I've heard from our membership, September was a very hard month for businesses all around. And they are looking at pinching pennies, and they're having a hard time finding employees, and all the things, right? And our educational sessions really help these small businesses find ways to work smarter.
And that is where technology, I think, is going to be key, because we were just talking before the show that if you are not online, it's like your business doesn't exist in a lot of ways because of the modern consumer. So talk about how you help businesses find their kind of online footprint.
Sure. So again, back to the 36 events that we hold throughout the year. I'm going to pub now some events that we have coming
Let's do it, because if you have a small business and you're listening at home, listen up, because this is where you are going to get the secret tickets.
Sure, the secret sauce. So tomorrow we have a free event at the Innovation Center. Rishi Malhotra is going to be there, and he's going to be presenting on Lean, Six Sigma, and Kaizen. So what is Lean, and why do you need it? Value added versus non-value added work. The 8 lean wastes. So what are you doing that is essentially wasteful, right? And then what are Kaizen events? So he's going to be talking about that. That is a free event.
Wow.
So come on down. It's at the Innovation Center. All of these events you can find information on at ncet.org. But then let me go into what else we have. So next week, 1 week from tomorrow, October 26th, this is typically the event where it's our luncheon event. It's called BizBite, and we have really in-depth presentations. Next week we have a really cool presenter. John Ralston is going to be our presenter on October 26th, obviously doing the election preview. This is just 10 days I think before the election is when his presentation is. He's going to be talking about local and statewide elections of import, ballot questions. He is going to be making predictions. So that's October 26th. Back to what you were talking about, though, with technology and really how to leverage social media. We have our 7th annual State of Digital Marketing panel. Our panel is great, and our moderators are Jared LaPiccolo of Noble Studios, as well as Abby Whitaker from the Abby Agency.
Wow.
They have a phenomenal panel, and they're going to be discussing things like voice search. So when are people using voice search, and how businesses can leverage when people are using voice search.
Interesting.
Also, visual search, Google Lens, right? Have you used Google, the camera, to search things?
I haven't yet, but I've heard about it. It's fascinating.
Amazing. Yeah, so just the other day, my mom and I were at the Pepper Mill, and they had this plant that I thought was beautiful. So I pull up Google, I pull up my camera, and I say, what is this plant? And then I get links of what the plant is and how to buy it. So how can SMBs, or small to medium-sized businesses, use Google Lens, right? It's really going to change e-commerce.
It sounds like it, and it sounds fascinating. I feel like we almost need to bring and have some of these segments on the show and stuff, because these are the kind of things that are going to help you get to the next level and stuff. And it's so important to have that. So I cannot thank you enough, Sarah, for being here. I have a feeling we're going to see your face around here more often. All of these events, like you mentioned, are on your website. We'll also put a link on our website, colatv.com. So Sarah, thank you
for having me.
being here. All right, we'll be right back after this quick break.